Okay, here we go for some WaifuWarS content. Posted and stuff, and then I can start commentating properly. Alright, here we go. Hey, Ricecrew. So we've got Team Gitz versus Team Aryan Rod here. We'll see how things go here. Some tank push drafts for both, it looks like. I think I'm partial to Lune here. I think Gitz does a pretty good job of killing Freya with her 3C. Whereas Cucumber's kind of lacking in stuff to bring a Gledin plus Elma tank comp here. Aryan Rod would of course hit super hard if she gets angry, but as long as Lune doesn't AoE, it should be hard for her to get angry. Unless she like melees into the Ledin, but I don't know if she actually survives that. D-lip picked by QK and maybe C on Lune. I think this is really strong for Lune. Yeah, I don't know on why allow the Elma. I think it's weird to ban Licorice higher than Elma, personally. I don't know how strong QK's Aryan Rod is, because what was happening when Will was playing her as captain, right? Is she would just one-shot teams, is what would happen. A lot on the table there. Like she would just murder the entire team with Grand Cross. After she got angry and was buffed and stuff like that. I don't know that Lune's units are squishy enough for that to happen, but like the Gitz is not like a bulky hero, you know. IBC is not especially bulky either. Like those units aren't in trivial reach of getting one shot if Aryan gets mad. So like, you know, if the Aryan can like survive attacking into the Ledin or Albedo just enough to get her mad, like get her below 70% HP or even better below 50% HP to turn on Carbon or whatever, then there's a chance for QK. I do still think it's a strong draft for Lune though. I think IBC buff Gitz should have an easy time one-shotting Freya. Let's take a look at skill selection and stuff here. Single target gets pretty normal looking Elma. That attack skill on Albedo, yeah. Regular IPC with unis. We've got Holy Troop Freya. I think that's really ballsy. Considering there's a pretty real chance that... Yeah, Kong, I do need to fix that. I should actually go do that now. But there's a pretty real chance that this Freya, like if it gets like the anti-holy upgrade for a 3C, that's just so dead with double holy. Maybe it's like Swordsmith Metal or Last Rites though, I don't know. It does look like it's green skill, so it probably is Swordsmith Metal. And maybe we get like a Juglar Guard disabled. It'd be hard because he did give 2 tanks to get like both at the same time, but... we've got Team Gitz versus Team Aryan Rod here, Huron. Yeah, I think it's really partial Lune so far. Aryan would have to just do like filthy damage and one-shot both of his DPS. Which definitely did happen when Will was captaining Aryan, but I don't know if QK's is as strong as Will's. It looks strong. This is unbuffed and 1500 attack. But it doesn't look like he brought Gospel in the D-Lit, so he's going to struggle to find attack buff here unless she's Origins. I have no idea if she is or not. But the double carbon Aryan damage is large. Okay, so she's not Origin, so no attack buff here. The Albedo is on GI. And those are Vanguards on the Leaden. The new Vanguard skin. I don't like this Vanguard skin at all. I'm keeping mine on the default. Oh, it's yeah. The Git's already rolled anti-holy. I do think it's interesting that Lune used Defense Command. I don't think she does. She didn't bring the sweep, yeah. So I don't know if he just wanted to do it to reinforce his tanks. I don't think that's a huge deal though, since he has 2. I would have gone Offense Command just to guarantee you get that kill on the Freya. So she took debuff, so that should be easy kill. Pretty fat D-Lit here, 2100 int, 1000 defense, not bad at all. Not one of those wings D-Lits that Mikey or Stow are running with like way less int, but the insane mobility. D-Lit can heal, yes, with Sea of Miracles. Yeah, 2x heal, 2 debuff dispels, and then a little bit of cooldown reduction, and it's like a better Miracle, almost. Just a little bit less healing and no damage reduction, but some useful support effects. Young Jessica is also actually a very strong healer with Divine Right. She didn't bring Windblooms here. It looks like he brought Cleanse for some like dispel plays maybe, but with mass heal or with like Windblooms instead of a single target troop, she's actually really good at healing. Yeah, I agree, Mikey. I think she really needed the Gospel. I think the Aryan is the win con for QK here. You need to get the AoE kill on these 2 DPS by like smacking into one of these 2 to act again. I think you actually have a legitimate win con there because Arian hits so hard if she's buffed and all that stuff, and you get your carbon fiber active, which I assume he's running. But without that, it's hard. We'll see how Lune positions here. He should be pretty careful, like, leaving the space open next to Ledin, because, like, he might be able to secure a kill on Candle or something with, like, a Jukler jump into Deedlit. I don't know if that's what QK is thinking right now. Like, Jukler jump next to Ledin into Deedlit killing Candle, and then you've got, you know, that ore is gone, and you have more of a chance of eventually killing these tanks. I just don't know that I'd like the tank post route here for QK with 2 tanks and only 2 single target DPS. So he does go for it. IBC should be able to kill this Jugler after this. Ooh, okay. So it's SSM Jugler, so no candle. Or sorry, no mirror proc to hurt him. And she whiffs kill. Did she... I was gonna say, is Jugler's like Moby down thing dispellable? It is, but she didn't get it. So I assume Deedlit walks up, bonks Candle. The goal will heal Jugler a little bit. Oh, no, act again. Is she not? Oh, she's not in the danger zone. I see. Because of the water debuff on Elma, it's not going far enough. Oh, you're right, JB. Yeah, that's another reason I actually don't get the defense stance then. At this point, I think you gotta go for it with Arian while these 2 are chipped. Like, bonk the Candle, have let in. Hopefully not murder you, just hurt you with the counter. And you try to blow up with Grand Cross, I think. I don't know what other options he really has. I don't know that she's doing 12k damage, though. Without attack buff. In terms of anti-magic, I actually don't know that he does have anything that's 5 move. Defender proc? No good. So let's see what happens with Arian here. Ooh, almost dead. This doesn't look carbon fiber. The attack did not skyrocket there. So this is gonna hurt, but I really sincerely doubt it kills. Yeah, they're all fine. I want to say maybe things would be different with carbon fiber and attack buff, but I'm still not actually sure that she gets the AoE kill there. Alright, let's Let's see if we have another group up to play. I fixed my box, so I'm also ready to play whenever now. Or some Mike is looking for content, it looks like, too. In Group A. Volke saying he can also play for Group B. So we just need either another Group A or another Group B. Maybe PFP. Ricecrew also ready to go. So lots of content ready. The question is, do we want to just let people play simultaneously, or who wants to go on stream? Or do people want to try and figure some order out to all this? It's up to them. Looks like Lune versus PFP, I guess, for another Group B fight. Lava map gaming time, it looks like. Also, what I can do is there's a fair number of games that were played like this weekend. We can try and take some look at some replays. If there ends up being like a little bit of break content-wise here and there, because I didn't really stream this weekend. So Lune versus PFP should actually be another game versus REM. Actually, it looks like PFP is not immediately able to play, so maybe Mikey and JB want to go first. Maybe at some point I should like set up OBS to like stream my Discord screen so I don't have to just like commentate like, oh, we're waiting for X person to get set up, blah 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 blah. It's not like it's a private Discord server or anything, it's just Mistcord is where the tournament operates out of. In public channels with that. So we'll see who wants to play first. It looks like maybe Rice versus Lune, and then Mikey versus JB, I guess. Unfortunately, not a lava map. It looks like they rolled, which is sad because I like lava map gaming. Lava map would be super partial to Arian Rod though, not gonna lie. Hey Zeno, how's it going? Welcome to stream. Nice, nice. Yeah, I hear you. Squeezing some nice content. Yeah, that's true. I think they're starting any minute now. There it goes. If Mikey and JB aren't immediately ready to go after this match, we can go look at some replays while they get set up. All right, so we've got Gitz versus Betty here. First ban Omega makes sense. I know Ricecrew hates the assassins, especially on a map like this where you could take Leviathans. Okay, Mike is saying he will be ready. That's fine. We'll have time for replays at some point, I'm sure. I'm gonna try to do a little bit better of a job this season about actually covering each replay at some point, and keeping track of it all. We see Top Race get banned by Lune. She's been interesting. There was some debate this season on whether or not we should allow her as a captain or not. We ended up falling in the realm of let's see how she does in like a full season because she came so late last WaifuWarS. And I haven't seen her like dominate much personally. She can be hard to play against in the right draft. But we'll need some more time on Top Race, but she's certainly a gorgeous waifu. Okay, we see Liko picked up as the healer for Lune. It's gonna get a tank of his choosing here. He can probably go and actually pick up maybe Mariandel or Lucretia. If he wants to go more single target, he does have that IPC option too. I think the Michelle is pretty dangerous to pick into Betty because she's all about high uptime AoE, which is not something you want to do into Betty, especially when Elma mirrors are also getting involved or even more fixed. Yeah, so Liko is a dark FB for Gitz. You could also do like Christie FB. This is actually looking pretty strong for Ricecrew, I think. He's going to end up with Alpha as his tanks, it looks like, and it's not like Alpha's a great tank, but this Elma Candle is going to go a long way towards keeping that alive against magic. We're almost certainly going to see the Gitz bring deck gunners here to try and get around that aura a little bit. But it does make it significantly harder for Gitz to tank bust here. So we saw the other single target units get banned with the Luke and IBC, so Ricecrew is definitely planning around trying to survive a tank bust here. We see Nymph and Luke go. Nymph is actually really strong in this tournament. Okay, so Lune's got Mary, so he's got plenty of healing to keep up with the Betty AoEs at this point between the Liko and Mary. And he's going to get another tank, probably the Freya last. Leaves the Michelle. I guess he's really not scared of the Michelle because she will explode. Yeah, Raven, we can take a look at some point. We've got at least this stream and then another match right after to cover, but after that, I don't know if anyone else is immediately ready. So all in all, I think this draft is really going to depend on how well this alpha holds up to the Gitz single target. I don't know how built this alpha is for Ricecrew. If she's well built, especially if she's like Tiamat, which is not at all common for alpha, but if she is, then this is just like over for Lune, unless Ledin can really carry hard. I guess Ricecrew doesn't have that much offense himself. You're really asking the Betty AoE and Ashmar like single target to do a lot of heavy lifting here. So it's going to be probably a pretty slow game. Liko debuffs add up, but also Liko dispels add up, so this can be a lot of tiles flying back and forth. So yeah, this might end up coming down to who has the better sustain, and how strong this Ashmar is if she can actually take a life off either of these two tanks. Otherwise, it's just going to be fighting for center and Lune trying not to kill himself attacking into this team. Because if you AoE into 5 units and Elma mirrors, you will die to the Betty fix. Ricecrew has like 2200 attack or something insane on his Betty. So single target on Mary, full single target Luke, standard Ledin. No FB on the Liko actually, it's mass protect. Interesting choice there, so no reliable mass attack for the Gitz then, I think that's a poor choice in my opinion. I think that's a 6-star Licka, so I don't think it's not ruined or anything like that. We see the stun on Betty. The Alpha looks fine. FB on Licko for actually the triple dark team, strength on Ashmar for herself. So yeah, we'll see. This looks like a T-star Ashmar. Maybe that gets through the Ledin or Freya. She does a lot of fixed damage. Yeah, I think you actually don't need to worry that much about the Betty heal block AoE just because you have this Marianne and the Licko, both of whom can do some amount of... Oh wait, sorry, this does have Beyond actually. I don't know what I'm thinking. I was like 3C. So she does have the FB forgets, never mind. Sorry. She did interestingly bring magic troops. I think that was a mistake. I think she either is going to straight up kill herself on the reflect and the Betty and Elma fixed, or she's going to fail kill because she's attacking into Elma Candle Aura. Again, Alpha's not a bulky unit, but she's not completely paper. Maybe he did position that Candle really aggressively though. I think that's just going to get sniped by Ledin. I think you keep that further back if I'm Ricecrew. It's a 3-block aura. There's no reason to position it that aggressively. That to me, assuming is this 6-star? Yeah, it is 6-star. To me, it looks like you like 100% just kill that candle next turn if you're Ledin first thing. Oh, the Gits did roll mass attack, so there's buff for Mary. Yeah, I don't know. I thought this was partial to Ricecrew if he kept the candle alive to, you know, keep the alpha intact. But I don't think alpha's going to survive much with the candle gone. Buff block on the Gits could be pretty good against the alpha when she has to go refresh garden a couple turns. I guess you can get immunity from the Licorice if this is 6 stars. But she'll have to cast a skill. I'm not sure on the order on the Dark Reaper. Like healing. Oh, it buffs the Betty. I actually would have considered buffing the alpha. I think if you're a Ricecrew here, you have to keep this alpha alive or you just get eaten up by the mages. Oh, interestingly, Lune just stands. I think if you're a Ricecrew, you have to take your Elma action out and pull this candle back. That's like in so much danger. The candle can just do her, it's like TP skill back. You don't need to use an Elma skill for it. Just stand her and you still have Licko for healing. As far as this is a pretty big deal, the Royal Protectors on Freya, just thinking about like what Rice can do offensively. This is going to be really hard to kill with magic, like really hard. Even though Ashmar does a crap ton of fixed damage. I don't know if he runs Arc or what. It's green skill, so it's got to be not Arc actually, it's got to be SSM or Boa. This looks more like Swordsmith. Ledin could potentially die to Ashmar, but I don't believe that the Freya will. It would take a really long time. I do think the Aqua Troops, like, although it's neat, it actually is just kind of worse than Sorks. It's not like you're going to be doing single target with the Licorice here, and it does mean you can't move on to, like, these cargo tiles and stuff as easy. And it's not like you know, Aqua movement's not better than Flyer movement. So, Although it's neat that she has them, it's actually kind of just worse than Zork's here. Maybe on the other boat map. Interestingly, Ricecrew not running wings on the Betty. I'm not sure what accessory this is. I didn't check if it was green skill before Ashmar buffed. Her reach right now, is this... It is a 6-star Ashmar, so her reach right now wouldn't be bad, but you do have to be slow moving up. I don't think it's bad, JB. I think that because this comes down to if the alpha can die to the gits, I don't think it's bad to not decrease your 3C damage. And like Liko doesn't have any skills that she targets on another, so she can't actually give debuff immunity. I guess you... Oh, the candle. Or sorry, the mirror. That was bad, yeah. Because now you have to keep Liko immunity on your gits. What was the third option? I'm trying to remember what the second upgrade third option is for the healing. Is it like cooldown decrease or something, I think? That probably would be better. I'm surprised this candle is still hanging out there. Like, did he not get the casting passive for his Leaden or something? I don't get it. Or maybe he really wants to set up like a grabbing alpha play. Okay, yeah, then I think the CD decrease probably makes the most sense. It's just the one that doesn't hurt you. Like, you don't want to lose the damage, and you don't want to have to constantly keep immunity from Licorice up. Right now, she does actually have both forms of immunity from the Mass Attack and Mass Protect, respectively. But, you know, I still think it's weird he didn't kill this candle and just play Tank Bust. I'm guessing he's moving units up to prepare to go grab the alpha. Because it's not a wings alpha, it's not like she can just run away. Because that Moby -3 aura on the Leaden, so she'll only have like one move. Which isn't really enough to, you know, go back and guard anyone. So I think you almost have to try to get a kill on the Leaden. The problem is the Ashmar's attack buff is down, so there's no way she's killing Leaden, no matter how much fix she does. I don't know how much noise it makes, but I'm about to eat some applesauce. Hopefully it doesn't create a ton of background noise on stream here. So Leaden can grab the alpha now. The hard part now for Ricecrew, right, is you don't want to just leave Candle, like, you can run Alpha back, because she can reach this tile to guard everyone, but it won't guard Candle, and then you just take the completely free Candle Snipe, and then you just set up your Tank Bust, and still have that Leaden threatening. He did bring Recall. I guess you could recall the Alpha and then teleport Candle back. Oh, he's splashing with the Liko. So he's gonna try it. I don't know if he kills here with the fangs being next to someone. They lose a lot of damage for that. Yeah. And I don't think she's low enough that the AoE will finish her off from the Mary. I think you probably just light recall the Licorice rather than move to guard with the Alpha. I guess the only danger of that then is that you don't have any healer's action left for the Alpha. Gets freezed? No. Yeah, that was really far back. So, oh, that's surprising. I think that was a misplay by Lune. You have to heal there. You don't want this Ledin dying for no reason. In my opinion, Ricecrew just now just goes to kill the Ledin by making him guard the Freya. I didn't see what he set the guard priorities as, but to know if you can like target the Liko, but she should be able to reach the Freya anyways, so I think that was a mistake. No reason to allow that. Yeah, unbuffed and movement damage, which just he was way too injured. And he had 20% damage taken debuff. Now you have no real win con if you're Lune. Because you have to just sit there and look at this candle. This is gonna hurt. Is it gonna heal block her, is the question? Or heal reversal her? Didn't. She does get the dispels on everything except for this damage dealt down on Gits. It's not even like Gits can set up tank less next turn. He has to heal first and stuff. Yeah, pretty bad. I think you just kill the candle with lead in there. I don't think it's worth trying the Licorice when you've got vanguards next to another unit, so your infantry deck is off. I think that was never going to be a reliable kill. Leadin just doesn't do that much damage. So Liko and Alma are out of the get single target reach. Candle's not. I don't know why he gives Candle for free here. So I think everyone still has heal block immunity intact for this turn. I think Gits did reach Betty there. JB, she didn't attack, so she had the EE, so she was 6 range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he did actually have to guard the Betty. But he didn't really have to guard the Betty because I don't think she was going to die there. That was interesting. I didn't realize what dispelled the mirror reflect part. But yeah, the thorns. Thorns gaming. Just molders. Yeah, I think I think you were punished by those thorns pretty bad this weekend or something, right, Mikey? Well, so her water AoE dispels if the unit was standing on water. Was the Alpha standing on water when she did it? Damn, triple thorns. Okay, I think Mikey and JB are up next. Let's go take a look at whose game did I say I was going to look at? Raven's game, I think I said I was going to look at. Welcome back, Ricecrew. GG's. You know, we were really confused why I kept leaving the candle in like so much danger, Ricecrew. It worked out. Like, Lune took a really long time to go for it, but... So in terms of... I forgot Raven's doing Mariel this season. Yeah, Booba none. Versus Team Toa. Okay. Let's see, so Raven denies an FB tank for Toa. Not choosing to deny all FB period though. I don't know. I think the lead-in sniping that candle is bad for you, Ricecrew. I don't know how I'd call that bait. I think Lune can just play a tank bus game if you give up that candle and just take it slow. So he does get the FB now eventually for the Toa. Got really single target rushy kind of draft for Raven. I know he was struggling with the tank bus stuff, so he switched back to this, despite this lady very much not being a rush DPS. Ooh, we see return of Alka's Owo from last season as his captain. She's Glory. She might do something, maybe. Her reach is pretty bad, but she might save the 11 or something. We'll see what happens. Ricecrew's like, I just want mutually assured destruction here. Lune's probably about to put a nebulous robe on his gits right now as we speak. Some Shalinka gaming. This is always interesting. Raven bullied me with this for our official match last season. She can probably just one-shot this Lennon. I wonder if that's what's going to happen here. We'll see. Maybe Rosa too. I don't know. She does the range down, so Lennon like can't counter her or anything like that. I want to say Raven has a pretty roided Rosa. I know a lot of people in this server do. Regular look at Nomi. Got FB on ulti. No suck. Which I think is fine. It gives up the opportunity to make really aggressive plays with the ulti, but that's probably okay. Double AA with the Toa. Interestingly, she brings Wind Ride, like Raging Thunder, instead of her unique skill. Pretty normal looking Kyra. Shalinka's got regular Shalinka stuff. Regular Duelist. 3C Luke, which can probably bust this. It just might be double death. Yeah. Okay. I'll go over to their pick ban in a second then. Let's finish this up. I'll just let it play without pausing. We might miss like the very start of PFP and Lune. Oh, she's going for it. She gets it. Nice crit. Yeah, so now things are really interesting for Alka here. With the Kyra with only 4 allies left. She does get to punish the Rose, I guess. No whiff, she did crit and all that. Interesting. I think that's not a bad play. On either end, both the body block and forcing the action to punish the Caillou. Surprising amount of usage out of a low ally Kyra here. But now the Shalinka just gets to go for, yeah. whoever she wants. Toe is the most dangerous because she's bulky. Don't be punished, you revive. Does Duelist reach anything here? She does reach the Caillou, so she can find these two, kill the Caillou, he'll block the ulti so he's not a menace, and I think that's one for Raven, yeah. Oh, he stands with Mariel first, okay. Was that a Tenya breeze on the Duelist, or was that her breezing herself? I just heard the noise, I didn't see. It was a Tenya. That's even better than it would have been. Because now she can just kill the actual ulti. She can try, I guess I should say. That was pretty good damage, honestly. For an ulti with as many stacks as that. That's Brazilia's sword still, helping her out. So we've got this nice heal block and stuff like that. So really hard for Volke to try to clean up here. He doesn't really have the damage. Wow, ulti getting a sick kill with no troops. But does a fixed kill both the other two here? Triple duelist kill, please? Not quite. Alright. I'll save Noma Owo being murdered here. We can watch it before it goes. Poor Raven won't get to see his victory screen pop up on stream. Sorry, Kamish. Oh wow, they've already gotten through Big Band and stuff, yeah. Okay. Got Aryan, Sissy, Pepsi, Vincent, Himiko. Yeah, if you didn't see the victory on stream, did it really count? We've got Sophia that's going to try to keep up with mostly these two in terms of payload. He moved really defensively with this Aryan. And Omega... Did he bring Shinobi? Is this Uller's build? No, it's skill build. So this Omega can kill the Vincent right now, if I'm not mistaken. How much does he revive with? Is it 20% or 50%? Oh, it's 50%, I see. Oh yeah, you're right. It's double act again. My bad. So I guess if Omega tries to go like make the Himi run back by triggering her effect, it's not going to let him retreat. So it's pretty hard for him to deal with this Himiko, honestly. Fortunately, he doesn't have the push AoE here either to push her back. So it wasn't turn 1 Inspire. I said this Vincent doesn't reach anything. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think you would need 2 more anyways. I think it's 4 blocks for the 3C. Okay. I don't know. We'll see if he can clean up Lune's team here. I think the Gitz is pretty self-healing with that Reaper and stuff. The Omega's not going to get to do a ton here because he's just going to get beat up by the AoEs and then he'll kills because he doesn't have troops. But he's doing a nice job of spreading him out here so that Himiko can't really go to disable him. No breeze. This only hits 4, so she can't poke the Himiko and try to dispel, unfortunately. What does Vincent reach? Oh, a lot. I don't know what his AoE span actually is though, so even if he like smacks and whacks the Michelle around a bit, I don't think it's that big a deal. The Himiko's are the real threat here. Three from him, so yeah, only the 2 bulkiest units in Lune strapped. You really kind of want to get this Gitz here if you're Vincent. Just these two ring, okay. He can't like go through units when he pulls, right, with 3C? No, he did. It's a displacement effect, I guess, so he would stop whenever he hits something. So yeah, this isn't that threatening right now. Just Lune doesn't have a lot to address these units before they come in. Like, you can't kill the Himiko, you can't kill the Vincent. You can take a life off the Vincent first with Git so that he's less threatening once he's jumped in, but... Did he take ranged upgrade this time, I assume? Yeah. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3. So just getting her out of that Pepsi reach makes sense. Still can't hit that Gits with the Vincent after stepping back, but he can still reach fine to go in if he wants to. Applesauce ASMR is over. So Himiko goes in first. Does she still guard or anything? Doesn't look like it. What was that, the tier she stole? I don't know, she stole off Albedo. Oh, we do have the Shadow Raid on the Himiko, I just noticed that. Does she reach the Gits? Yeah, that's rough. I don't think there's much you can do to save the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's infantry move, right? Yeah. 2, 4, 5, 6 on the terrain. You just don't really have the DPS to carry this game once the Gits is gone to Himiko here. Oh, he does the Vincent. This is a kill on the Omega barely. Or does he? Scarlet Reaper needed a second. Ouch. It's like you really want to Dark Reaper to heal here if you're Lune. Oof. But, I mean, you just can't, because you'll just hurt yourself on the Vincent. Rough. Tank push meta, folks. Although people haven't actually been saying that for this season, I don't think. Yeah, it's settled down again now that Omega's loud. AoE rush, it's still very strong. Really, really hard to address those two, both the Vincent and the Himiko, with single target. Because, I mean, both want you to try to hit them. And then it's not in your best interest to actually hit them. Alright, let's take a look at JB and Mikey then. Finally, they've been waiting their turn very patiently. Oh, Rice and Edgar are going now. Damn, everyone's like, okay, ladder's closed, let's go get in this beef. Are you guys cool with waiting again? That goes just like yeet. He needs to go guard this, right? This TJS can kill that right now if she TP's off Pepsi, right? Okay. Hey, how's it going? Biting bit. We're here for some very non-stop WaifuWarS beef. So let's look at overall drafts here, right? We've got a nice tank push comp for Edgar here with the Pepsi as a nice carry sin. It's going to be annoying for Ricecrew to try to deal with here. I don't think these units, other than Nymph, who he didn't bring defensive troops on, would really be equipped to survive a Pepsi. It's just Nymph and Elmo would really have a chance. Like Betty, Candle, and Liko are all pretty guaranteed dead to Pepsi. So I don't know what happened in band pick for that, because I know Ricecrew does very much hate the assassins, but this Pepsi could probably solo win con this game for Edgar. Especially with like no real offensive threats to dissuade him. We do see the 1C on Epsi for better skill uptime. Just because he knows he doesn't need to hit that hard, so he can just use that to kill like Candle or something, you know? Not that he even needs to rush to kill Candle. Liko is just so squishy that that'll probably kill her too. Oh yeah, Baldur 10-3, I remember that's like the big Heaven Sanction or whatever 5-span AoE one. I used Kaguya for that because Kaguya is great. We see the Royal Protectors on Freya here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Like, you could bring any troop on the Freya and be fine, I think. I think you'd probably bring Vanguards, if anything. Because none of these units are ever going to single target on Ricecrew side of things, and, you know, at least Vanguards can do some damage. Nah, the Tsubame anti-fixed is the Heim 10-3. Yeah, I don't know. This looks pretty dead for Ricecrew. I don't know that he can do anything to adjust this Pepsi, especially with the Sophia there. Although he didn't notably bring the 3C on Sophia to like cure the heal block on Pepsi after his Betty goes in, but oh, she did. I mean, I don't think Mirror was actually going to matter here. Sleepy Sophia, but it's fine. He has 2 healers. Doesn't care. Oh, we just see Dismiss on Sissy. I just noticed that. So if this gets into a really close range endgame fight somehow, like if Betty like triple clocks and actually gets through Pepsi eventually. Yeah, as JB said, she's like a pretty strong hero, but she's not like unstoppable or anything. We're trying, like the format generally tries to allow the new waifu units in if they're like a great waifu and people are interested in playing them because they don't see much meta play. And like Top Race is usable, but like Patricia's also in that like usable category, and Patricia in WaifuWarS has been like an unstoppable like solo carry monster in some games. She's really, really strong. Whereas Top Race, at most, she's really just gonna kill one unit and do some AoE splashes. Like she's just like a Helena with a niche guard ignore condition and better engage. Yeah, Team Celica, totally balanced. Totally balanced. I believe it. Yeah, even with this dark buff, there's no chance this lives Pepsi with Betty. Yeah, I'm with you there, Volk. Like I've got like 200-ish summons. Actually, I think Apple is Volk. I'm like pretty sure, anyways. Um, I should say, but yeah, I'm at like a little over 200 summons. I have no interest in Ymir, but I do want him for Celica Bond, and I do really actually want Celica. No, you're fine, biting bit. No, infantry dude is heal blocked, poor guy. I wonder if he put that because he's gonna try and get like the attack command in like a turn or two. You don't really have any rush at all here if you're Edgar. Ooh. See the breeze on Pepsi from Invest. I don't know if you already had one there, but I didn't really pay that much attention to his buffs actually. Just because reach isn't that big a deal because Ricecrew doesn't really have that many offensive tools here. That's the hard thing about turtling in WaifuWarS is you can end up with too turtly of a comp and no real DPS. Not that Betty's not a DPS. She can do work, but not against two healers. Oh yeah, I forgot they're adding more new territories to the die roll mode. I've done all of those maps except for the last of the middle category. Like I actually did the really hard one first, or really long one first. So it's like the, I think, Glory faction one with like Matthew in them is the last one I have left. I actually have a bunch of energy spent, or saved to do that. I just haven't set aside the time to finish it. So you poke the Hilda because why not? Doesn't really matter. This is basically going to be the Pepsi show. You trying to like dispel guard with that, I guess? He doesn't get it. It's good gold and pretty good crystals. So first is the Lico gone. What, to restore the anti-crit, Mikey? Yeah, I don't know. I still don't think that makes that Licorice live. She had like 400 defense. I just think it's too difficult. Even with Pepsi whip and crit, like I don't believe. Lico is not a tanky unit at all. I mean, I guess it's gargoyles, not zombies on Pepsi, but still. I don't know. This is one that's probably worth looking at fan pick. I'm guessing there's no real way around Ricecrew giving an assassin here because I think, like someone was saying earlier, Edgar does run a lot. Like I think there's like Pepsi, Tatalia, Kyra, and some others, maybe. So there, yeah, Leo Beck will be available in a Wish banner, and at the end of the month, there's actually a Destiny banner that he's in. It's pretty good damage there. That Betty 3C. No clock, though. So unless the Nymph AoE can finish him off... Actually, no, you know what? He can Dispel with the Mass Heal, and then the TGS attack will heal him enough that he's fine. Personally, I have no interest in pulling Leo back from Ymir Bond because Ymir is too ugly for me to want to use. And I'm not exactly the most meta player, so it's fine. Oh, he TP's back. I think I would have just healed with the T-Chest. There's no reason to run away. But I mean, either way. Again, you have no real rush here. Oh, and indeed, you can even just kill the unit at guard range, because she is fully stacked. Yeah, no, I wish I was dropping EOL kind of money on this game. There's some EOLs that are really nice skins and all that, but unfortunately not in the cards for me. I don't know, it's not like I hate Ymir's design. He's just ugly, and I like Bishon and Ymir more, but I don't want to spend 273 USD on Bishon and Ymir. And I think his kit is kind of gross. Like, from a design perspective, I think the unconditional immunity is like a bad mechanic to add. I don't know. I don't think that's something that they should. I don't think that's something that should be on the table for unit design. No. Goodbye, Guardian Infantry. Hello, Pepsi. 1 slot. I don't know why you attack with T-Just before you kill the Betty here. Yeah, I don't disagree, JB. I think I think ISO and Andy and Ishin are all really filthy units. Really, really filthy. Goodbye, Rip. Yeah, I don't know. That was just really hard for Ricecrew to ever win that game, I think. Draft-wise, I think. Okay. Have people finally stopped cutting in on Mikey and JB's beef here? I think the big thing is they just started overtuning damage. Like, they just made everything just does way too much damage now. Like, Nemia does too much damage, Andy does too much damage, Jace does too much damage, ISO does too much damage. Apotheosis does too much damage, although he's not even really to Olivar, but Ice does, of course, insane debuffs and also really good damage. Like, yeah, Lanford is fat. Lanford is fat. I do like my Lanford. All right, here we go. Let's get Mikey a JP here. JB is Toa, I think, and 4-star Toa at that, which Raven has some beef with, if I remember right. And then Mikey is playing, I think, Team Azusa. Yeah, Azusa and Toa. So Mikey banning Hilda makes sense. Matt also has to go on this map, makes sense. IBC Omega, banning the strong single target threats. Doesn't look to me like JB has anything that would ever one-shot the Azusa, like no stun units. The best you could do is like do the big suck with ulti and then double tap. Let's see. So Mikey's running 2 tanks here, and then he's also got the Sissy for guard, not a lot of healing, which is fine against JB because he's running a pretty single target team. JB knocks out one tank, but not the other, and not notably the one that buffs like the Azusa. I think that's fine though, he's got plenty of synth on the table. We get to see some ulti gaming. I think JB was saying that he's wanted to do Team Toa just because he really likes Ultimuller and was super excited to start to get to use this unit in an Apex format more, which I get, he's pretty cool. Maybe we're gonna see Mikey do his usual Warner gaming here. Last season, Mikey was pretty notorious for picking Warner and basically never not being in offense stance. Or I don't know if I just did double negatives, but never being in offense stance. He was very much a defense stance Warner gamer, all the way. So we see him knock out the 2 Sins and he picks the Freya. That's fine. I think that it's a little risky because like you've got some pretty decent single target pressure with stuff like the Luke and the Elwyn if you're JB here, or even Toa herself. He could also take the Pepsi. I don't know if I love the Pepsi here as much. I think he might be a little slow for playing against Mikey. We see Kiriko being left on the table surprisingly late here, considering JB's not picked a tank. Mikey does also have the option of taking Sissy here for not like real tank push, because I don't really consider Sissy that strong of a healer, but good enough to, you know, make Freya live maybe 2 hits instead of 1. Or sorry, live 3 hits instead of 2. So we see the Rosa pick. If she can one-shot the Freya, that could be pretty strong. She does have issues with the terrain on this map, and she's not strat as far as I know for ulti to give her TM. So we do see the Sissy. JB like 100% has to ban Kiriko here. All of Mikey's DPS options left are pretty strong though. It's too bad we probably won't see any like Fizzguard ulti memes here because you do have the Azusa first pick on Mikey's side to dissuade that. But it'd be funny to see like Will underscore play and you see like physical guard failings on the ulti. So he picks up the Pepsi. I think that makes a little bit more sense than it did before Mikey had a tank and a healer. And a healer that makes a second tank. I don't know what I would pick if I was Mikey. None of these are really DPS that hang out, like stay near a tank. They're all kind of just like rush out and kill something DPS. That's kind of his whole box, to be honest. Aside from those long range mages, which is why JB banned them. Giving low and ban pick backup time for both players here. So he takes the Pepsi. That's fine, I guess. Pepsi should tank Pepsi as long as shield's up. Azusa tanks Pepsi. Werner in defense stance probably tanks Pepsi, I would assume. That sounds like an interaction that's a little before my time to know, but that should be fine, I would think. So he takes a Agnes. I don't think that's bad. Maybe we see like Arcane on the Azusa or the Pepsi or something, but that's not their most common here. I think Azusa can wear heavy. I'm pretty sure she used tier before her exclusive. And then Werner can do... I think he has sneak attack. Yeah, he does. So the Agnes isn't like an be-all, end-all stop to Mikey's comp here. He could use the Toa to go fixed immunity, though, with her defense stance. That might be an interesting way to wall out single target plays from Mikey here, just because with that defense stance giving the fixed immunity, it's not like Sneak or or Arcane or anything ignore immunity against Mix, nothing like that, so would be a pretty effective tank, essentially, between the Agnes and the Toa. The Helena might have actually been a better pick here for Mikey because of that, I think. Just because she double kills by doing AoEs. But Mikey does like his Werner. And he does have the nice buff for the Werner with the Pepsi, so... I don't know who I'm partial to here. I think for JB, things depend a lot if he can like get a one-shot on the Freya. You still have to contend with that physical guard soldier, though, from the Sissy, which is pretty problematic for JB, given he's got an entirely physical draft here. I suppose Toa can guard ignore, and Pepsi can guard ignore, but... I don't know, it prevents Aldi from making, like, sick double kill plays. Because I would think the Aldi would run Suck here, not the passive. But I don't know, I'm not really an Aldi expert. So we see Shrines on Agnes, I think that's the right call. Gotta keep her back if you're JB to avoid her getting killed. Infantry Toa, but she'll get Terrain Master from the ulti. We do see Suck on ulti. Not hide on Pepsi, it's 6L aid. So no sneak. He does with the defensive terrain one instead. I think that makes sense on this map. Let's see, Phalanx, Freya. State guards, Azusa, okay. I guess he was worried about like Lizard Riders or something, maybe. Or they're just generally a strong troop too, I guess. Oh, nice. We've got this sweet, sweet Guyver skin on these giant zombies that we rarely get to see anymore. Love to see it. Hide on Pepsi. And then pretty normal looking Sissy. With Wind Bloom, so not even gonna try to tank the Pepsi. There's like almost no way Mikey doesn't run Fleshy on his Sissy, given his blocked type, so makes sense since, you know, Pepsi does fixed with T-Star. Wonder if we'll see this Toa like pass a breeze to ulti here, because he becomes a pretty big threat, honestly. 4, 5, 6, 7. So right now, like even if he passed the breeze, ulti wouldn't reach much, but sorry, it's only +1 too. So it would really kind of have to be actual wings that she passes to the ulti, if you wanted to do much with it. But yeah, I don't know, maybe there's like some play where you kill both tanks in one go with the ulti. This looks Bracer. so. It's not, he'll blow himself up on the Freya. I don't know that he has enough attack power to kill the Freya though. At least until he gets more stacks. Interestingly, Mikey doesn't have as much reach here. Like, he's actually got the lower reach compared to JB here. He's got this Rosa threatening along the top range to go in next turn. Like, there's not a lot Mikey can do to, like, hit JB before he comes in. And even if you do, you've got this Agnes. Interested to see what plays we see here. I just love this skin. The Agnes is pretty good at stopping the Pepsi from making really aggressive hide plays too. So Tenyo Breeze, but it's on the Freya, unfortunately for Mikey. Interesting he runs Tenyo, not exclusive. I thought our exclusive is pretty nice. It has like that conditional revive. And it's conditional, but I would think a revive nonetheless would be worth it over just more chances to Tenyo. So this Warner is not like unstoppable in defense stance by any means for JB's draft here. Toa has first strike when she has a faction buff, so she would be able to kill defense stance Warner without much issue, I think. I wonder how much faith JB has in this Rosalia, if he thinks it can take the Freya. Because I really have no idea. She does do a lot of damage, but it's a lot of fixed damage from Freya, so you lose your troop tech for being above 80% HP that flyers have, which is a pretty big damage loss. It's like 20% attack or whatever. So their damage will suffer a fair bit because of that. And it's also just fewer troops actually hitting. You know, if you only have like 7 troops alive to go attack the Freya, then, you know, if they're 2-ticking or 3-ticking the Phalanx, not 2-ticking, then, you know, it becomes really hard to kill in that scenario, I think. Moving up with the ulti, he's pretty positive this isn't an offense stance Warner, and I'd be inclined to agree. Even if it was, I don't know that Warner kills ulti on terrain like that. It's not an easy thing to do. My guess is he's positioning this ulti to engage next turn, after passing like a breeze with the Toa or something maybe. I'm not sure exactly how the copy mechanic works, like if you already have the same buff, like, you know, they both have all the generic FB buffs. So I don't know if that like guarantees you pass along that breeze or what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was weird, right? This you can just inspire with the Sissy and Azusa can now kill Pepsi. I guess he can move Agnes back into range, but you lose some pacing doing that. Because it's not like you can one-shot the Azusa. I think that was weird. Maybe you forgot about the Inspire? I mean, you could not move the Agnes, I guess, but I don't know to what end that would be. You just end up in this weird situation. Where, like, the Azusa can just go last on this turn, and, like, you don't have anything that can punish the Azusa, really. It does the... Where's the actual attack part of the skill? I'm trying to see if, like, the ranged reduction lasts on it. It does, but, I mean, it does with 2 ranged skills anyways. See, I don't know, I don't love that move from JB. So Pepsi moving up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not much in range now, but he's ready to punish if someone goes to punish the Azusa. Okay, goes in with the Rosa to try to kill the Freya, I assume. Nope. It's too few troops. I also think that was the wrong place to attack from. I think if you attack above Warner there, you avoid the Freya Aura. And you only have to take the exclusive and the mirror armor, you avoid that 1+1 fixed from the talent. I still don't think it would kill, this is a lot of HP left, but you have better odds if you attack them on top of the Warner. Because, I mean, like, Azusa's bulky and stuff, but, like, if she goes in to kill a Warner after he punishes this Rosa, it's not like she's gonna ever tank Azusa. Azusa flips to magic damage, so there's just no chance Toa survives. It's not like she has high magic defense. So ulti would have to like really carry now, but the problem is there's that second guard from the Lancer Soldier. So even if he does make like a big suck play next turn, there's only so much you can do with it. So I think she can move 2 and then move 3. So she can go kill the Warner if she wants. But like to what end? I don't know. It's also not like you can just run and hide. It does make, now that units have been traded, it does make it more of a crapshoot for the Azusa to actually kill the Pepsi. Like there's some RNG there now. Oh, Warner had FB, so she couldn't guard ignore. I completely forgot. Maybe he did too. I don't know, so we see this so dead, but Azusa's kind of forced to punish the Toa, and so like Alti can suck, kill the Lancer, and then kill the Warner, I think. Or kill the Pepsi, actually, is better. And then you still have your own Pepsi to contend with a single target team. And like, so Azusa kills Alti. The question then is, can you set up like a Pepsi? I don't know if you can set up Pepsi solo, actually. I think you're down too many units. You'd have to get like Agnes back in play, but she's too far back. So she does get shield off Pepsi, rather than punching the Toa. Ooh, and it is Arcane on the Azusa. Man. The hard part now is because she's got such long move too, she can just go back and run and kill the Azusa now. Even after he, like Alti's gonna get a kill here from the... Ooh, he won't be able to move, so he actually can't reach the Pepsi, so he'll just have to take the Warner. So this Alti's going to be pretty tanky right now, but not tanky enough that I think he lives Pepsi with that damage dealt plus 20 that Pepsi gets when his shield is broken after his casting passive. And you can't get Agnes over in time. GG's. Man, even more content in the pipeline here. Yeah, we've got Volke versus Moon starting up. So Moon is playing, what, Team Nymph, I think? Because he got horny for the skin, so he dropped Albedo versus Team Betty. Let's see. Moondoggy, aka Koomdoggy, should be playing Volke any moment now. I don't really want to go start watching something if they're about to start like right now. Question mark? Maybe I should have started spectating something. We're looking at a replay. Okay, Moon says it's ready. Yeah, it's Moondoggy, all right. So Moon's running tank push, which makes sense. He's got 5 tanks. Volke, after my own heart with the Gustav there. Got some other Princess AoE too, like the... Well, got some, yeah, Princess AoE flavor too, with like the shelf. Surprised Roland Bite and Bit will be excited to see that. Roland's not bad as like an AoE tank push hero. He does have like a shuffle line 1C or 2C skill, and his 3C does a fair amount of debuffs. It's like a slightly better black hole. So although his single target's pretty bad, he's not bad in like an AoE tank push comp like this. To get a little bit later and pick ban than like a Lucretia would be. We see the Jugler and Kyura go, so Volke definitely going for the AoE tank push stuff. It would be so turtle, but Moon could take the Elma here. I think you kind of have to if you're Moon, honestly. I don't know, it's... Can Volke form like a valid tank push comp here or no? Oh, another bot to ban. B. I remember how to do that. Ban. Woohoo! The power. Okay, so he takes the Luke. Volke gets rid of that Elma. That was the main danger here. You still have some other healers like the Mariel, Liko, and Sophia. But... Okay, Gustav goes, makes sense. You kind of have to get rid of that. That's just like a solo carry type unit. So I think if you're Moon, you probably pick up Sophia here. Or Liko's fine too, yeah. He bans 1 tank, but not 2, so Moon doesn't actually have to pick a tank here. He could pick the Tejas. I don't think the Tejas is bad. I think if I was Volke, I'd rather ban the Christie plus the... I don't know. Christie plus Ledin, probably. That way, Moon feels obligated to pick a tank, and then you can get rid of the T-Jess and stuff. Yeah, I like don't know how to use Twitch myself, because I barely spend any time on here. I've just never really been much one to watch a ton of content on YouTube and Twitch and that kind of stuff, so I'm a noob. The Tiaras... I don't believe in the Kirika single target. I don't. Maybe he's setting up... Okay, this is interesting. He might be setting up some kind of like crazy AA tank bust play here with Kirika of all heroes. I get you, Ricecrew. When I played my game against Edgar, I was real sad. I actually had a pretty decent shot if his Kirika hadn't just like one-shot my Kaguya with AoE from across the map after I punished his Lucretia, because he made a bit of a misplay with her positioning. And otherwise I don't really have much of a chance against Edgar if he doesn't make misplays like that, but Kirika just bang off the map. I think there was a little bit I could have done differently. I used like her self-healing skill to guarantee I wouldn't die to the Lucretia, into like a Lucretia counter into the Kirika, but I could have done like 3C. He did have Sissy buff, to be fair. I should have probably not given Sissy plus Kirika, but there's only so much I can do to ban. Yeah, I don't know. It's like some people's Kirikas are just like magic, I guess. I don't know. Well, I should actually clarify. I don't mean magic enchant, although it's not bad on her. I don't know. Maybe he's got like a Blazing Sun AoE bow near Kirika with like, 38% attack enchant or something. I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. I know Styles is like a filthy, super high damage Blazing Sun Kirika, but he doesn't always run her in this tournament. Speaking of Stow, I feel like there's been an overall lack of Stow beef this season so far. I don't know if I've just missed it all. So we've got Phalanx on the Sonya, which is fine because Kirika brought archers, not fairies. I think that would have been a bit of a bad troop choice if the Kirika had happened to bring fairies. Full single target Luke. Full support skill Liko, just here to give immunity non-stop. We do see Royal Protectors on the Freya. Nice troop pick by Volke. Gonna take a long time for this Luke to ever kill that. But at the same time, like, I don't know that I would have even brought Kirika 3C here, because you're playing against Team Nymph, right? So, like, the 3C is just never going to kill anything. And you even brought the TRs, and he actually brought, like, the wrong single target skill, in my opinion. If you're only going to bring one single target, bring the one that does Undispellable Mobility down, in case, like, he lets the Licorice immunity drop off for a turn somewhere. Maybe you can kill Puppet with Kirika 3C, I guess. Puppet's really vulnerable to crit AoE because it doesn't get Arena Stones. And seemingly it doesn't get Nymph Bubble. Which would do a lot to weaken Lucretia, and then maybe you can play like Wind Center or something. Maybe we'll see infantry get guard here. Like steal the guard. He's probably just taking the attack command for the Kirika though. Well, it's undispellable, so if she does the Moby down, if you brought double so single target, then the Kirika the next turn could follow up on it. Because the snare is undispellable. And he has that Sissy Fract again, too. I just don't think the 3C makes any sense here when you're playing against Nymph. I don't know what it's going to do. Especially with you having drafted this Tiaras, too. Whose like sole purpose in life is to mega buff single target. Like maybe if he'd brought fairies, he could actually bust the Phalanx Sonya with Kirika single target with fairies. I'm not much of a believer in Kirika's single target, but Tiara's buff is strong. Yeah, you can have immunity. That's I don't know. I don't think you have a lot of plays here if you're a Volke and you have to try for it. Or are we about to see Lucretia just... No, not going to die to Thorns. Quite. Ooh, the Betty almost got her, though. That would be really bad for Moon. Bro, what? Another bot? Yeah, I guess maybe. I know your Betty just has filthy attack. So what is this gonna kill? It does take Luke life. I just don't know when you take the second one. I think if this does go to smacking each other in the center of the map for damage, Volke has the advantage here. I was about to say, this Freya didn't heal after that Luke, huh? That's not a 6-star TRS. I don't know. I don't think you can really kill with AoE against Sophia plus Nymph. Like, you really just have Betty, and like, as long as he's smart about saving Sophia's 3C to have the heal block to spell. But yeah, this is gonna be a long game. The Royal Protector's Troop by Volke is what's giving me a chance here. Oh, does Volke actually have wings on his Betty here, or did she actually breeze? So she does lose a crap ton of physical defense, but it doesn't matter. There's just no way this is ever dying now to magic with the damage received down. Moon is getting into center a little bit faster here, so maybe you can occupy enough positions to shut him out to fog. I do think it's interesting he didn't bring 3C on the Liko here. I know it'll hurt a lot smacking that Betty with it, among other things. I guess if there's 6 units on the field, you might actually kill yourself doing it, in fact. But the debuffs and stuff would probably be nice. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't think Luke was ever going to kill Royal Protector's Freya. if you're Moon here, you don't really need to stay in guard. You can just start taking these center positions. The Kirika's already acted and she's dueled and stuff already anyways. Like, he didn't bring like Fireball and Tiaras or anything, nor 3C, so. Sonya is not immune to displacement. I don't think. Maybe they did actually. Yeah, they did. She's not good, but she does actually have that feature that they've started giving to like every tank. So the notable ones that don't, I think Albedo doesn't, Freya doesn't, Ledin doesn't. But I guess Sonya does, because she's just too recent and they realize that's like mandatory. Personally, I consider Electric Headgear Ledin's true exclusive, because that's like way more of an improvement to his kit than his actual exclusive. Do you have AA, I guess, available for the Kirika? But because you're still dueled, I think you can really be really aggressive with taking these center spots. Moonrun's Breeze Nymph. I'm surprised he's not a full moon gamer. I don't know why he doesn't move up more. Maybe I'm missing something, I just don't think it's that threatening with the duel on Kirika. Sophia should at least walk one step forward. Right? Like, you don't have to be afraid of this 3C that's coming next turn. Between the Sonya or in the bubble. Oh, the Betty single target? But there's no way this takes life now, because that's Phalanx tech activated now. I'm pretty sure this will fail. I guess you can't play it too fast in this with the positioning here if you're Moon. Somebody can reach to go just murder the puppet. Since I guess this is actually Apex Boots Betty, not Wings like I thought earlier, she's just Breeze. So he takes position with the Nymph instead. That'd take a lot of damage to kill the puppet with 3C. It's not like you can really get the heal block with the Mass Protects. And then the Sophia 3C as well. Or you mean, sorry, you mean the Kirika. I think Kirika 3C should definitely kill puppet if it crits. That's like 1.5 times crit damage because there's no crit arena stones for summons until new Chris. Like, he should slide the puppet in behind the Sophia here. He doesn't. I guess it's kind of no skin off his back if puppet dies because it's super close range game anyways. It's no cooldown reductions anymore, but so like it hurts kind of, but you just 3C Sophia. Yeah, it is weird. Okay, yeah, he's 100% decided. I don't care if puppet dies, but now Sophia is actually in danger. I guess she has aura and DR, so maybe she lives. We'll see. Yep. That's pretty much GG. Especially since he decided he's going to give up the Kirika now. Because Puppet has flop, so you... I don't know, I mean, I think you can pretty safely just kill the Kirika. I don't think Betty single target is going to kill the Luke. He plays it safe. He's got the center, I guess, and no reason to rush it. You can also kill the Sissy to prevent later Atkin plays from doing something scary. Got Phalanx putting in work. Is the silence dispellable? It's not. Sleepy time. Sissy actually doesn't have a lot of places she can move here, but it would be a mistake to not move the infantry forward and move Sissy up the position. Otherwise, she could fall asleep where she is and get killed by Fog next turn. Oh wait, there's Mass Resistance again, never mind. Anyways. Poor Nymph. Yeah, so the question now is when does Volke hit the retreat button? He hits it now. Understandable. I think Boone did his bans correctly there. He denied most of the stuff that was actually going to be a potential tank push carry. Kirika, unfortunately, is just not well suited to playing into Team Nymph, I think, with the 3C. Like, he did have some play there with, like, using the Betty to break the bubble first or using the Freya AoE to break bubble first, but all in all, it's going to be hard. And Sonya does have a defensive aura, even if it's not as good as the other meta tanks auras. It is like 10% damage reduction. It does actually stack with the meta tanks auras.
Hey, Ozma.
Hey, LW.
I wonder who's the Coom doggy. Is it just
It's Moon.
Oh, it's Moon. Okay, I was thinking, why does he name himself Coom?
Because he switched teams. Okay, it looks like Mikey and Meow are gonna play. He switched teams from Team Albedo at like the last minute once he saw the new Nymph Macho Lotto skin and the Coomer vision turned on.
Oh,
Um,
fast.
and got all horny
So
for it.
he renamed himself as Goom Doggy.
Yeah. Okay, so it was Mikey versus Meow, I think. Meow is team... I don't remember. I need to look. Oh, he doesn't even have it in Discord. What? Come on, Meow. Put your team name in your Discord name. Meow's Team Alpha again. Yeah, that was rough, Volke. I mean, it's just hard to play against Nymph Pyrrhica, I think. Like, he had all the immunities he needed with the Licorice, he has those bubbles with the Nymph, so it's going to be hard to set up like a 3C one-shot. Even with the other AoEs to pop it, like the Freya and the Pyrrhica. Or, sorry, the Freya and the Betty. It's too bad that Betty didn't get the kill on the Luke. Yeah, I was surprised at the archers. I guess if you were expecting angels on the Sonya, because that is a troop she has, then it makes some sense. But if she does bring the angels, then at least her hero takes will cream through the soldiers, and maybe you get follow up afterwards, or you can do, I don't know. All right, we're gonna get a very definitely sky map game here between Meow and Mikey. I don't know how much Mikey's gonna like playing against first pick revive tank team. Seems rough. Where's my eyeball? Oh, maybe Meow has spec off or something because he's lame. Yeah, he does. God damn it. I don't think I've watched many replays on stream this season so far, Ricecrew, so I probably haven't watched it yet. I think the only replay I've really covered was the first opening night stream. I think I went back and watched an Alka game because he'd played before the big super long stream. And then just earlier we watched Raven's game. I think are the only two replays we've looked at on stream this season. So we've got some interesting flavored stuff that just got banned, I was going to say, with the Kruger. And the Kirka ban makes sense given its sky map. Oh, is it the Triple Thorns game that Mikey was just mentioning earlier, Ricecrew? I'm assuming Meow runs wings on this alpha, so I think he actually should ban the Kagura with some priority, because she could stun to disable his tank. And if he bans like the Agnes and stuff, he's not gonna have much Dispel to deal with that afterwards. Because it's not like Alpha's tanky, but she does at least have 2 lives. But if you get your stun, or if you get the guard disabled debuff from Azus's 3C, I think it does like that Ram debuff that's not like just the mobility down regular debuff. Either of those could prevent the Alpha from really doing her job here. He might just be going for AoE Rush here though, based on the Julian pick. Since Wings Alpha is really quite strong at AoE Rush for this format. He interestingly didn't ban the Kyra. I got the Jugler and the Sissy because they're pretty close, like they're both a lot of healing. But I don't think the Patricia, if you're worried about the healing output, is as much of a concern as Kyra. Yeah, I don't think anyone who knows Meow is going to be at all surprised that he second picked Julian. Just putting that out there. I think Varna's actually not a bad pick at all on this map. And with that buff, things start to hit really, really hard. And like Alpha's not, like most of these units are either not act again based or they're AAs like preserve buffs. We do see top race being on the table surprisingly long here, considering Mikey's playing really ST heavy, and she's actually pretty dangerous to that playstyle. There she goes. I think the Luke was a good pick by Meow. She's strong hybrid pick, can do either AoE cleanup or AoE, or a single target cleanup or AoE. Because it's not like Mikey really wants to pick the spray into Meow's team here, because he's not going to get a healer to go with it or anything. So the Luke is pretty strong just for a single target. Kirka, I like the Kirka pick. She's good on this map. She can hang back, doesn't need to move up with the others. I wonder if Meow's looking at like the Varna's another hit in the AoE combo, the Narm is like an enabler with the sprint, or Flow for utility. He takes the Caillou for single target. Okay. Interesting. I guess it's hard for Kyra to get disabled with the Luke pick because that's 6 allies on the field rather than 5, so you can afford to lose 1. And yeah, Mikey bans enablers. But that does give Meow Agnes, which I think he'll pretty happily take, I would think. I don't know. I don't know if Varna makes more sense here, but Agnes is pretty strong against single target comps. He does notably, we did see on stream in Mikey's game earlier, that he is running Battle Garb on the Azusa. And Kirik has Firebrands, Elaine does fixed damage after, so it's not as strong, but it does do a pretty good job against the Kyra at least. And she's a strong AoE DPS. I wonder if the Kyra was a pick in response to the Kirika, I guess. So that her, like, I don't think the AoE splash would really be that big of a deal to Meow, but I don't know. I don't really understand these rush versus rush games. It's beyond my level. I'm just a mid-tier tank pusher. Yeah, I don't know who I give the edge to. I think AoE rush is really strong in this format. But maybe the Azusa self-healing, the Kyra partner healing, maybe that can keep up with it. Or Kirika gets like a nice snipe with 3C on something. Although, Agnes kind of prevents that. I don't know. put together like my own WaifuWarS box. Like I spend all the time like putting it together, and then we've had this like non-stop stream of content, so I haven't even had to play a match myself, for better or worse. You know, despite me hoping to try to get in the games while ladder's down today and tomorrow. But it's fine. I'll squeeze them in at some point. I probably won't stream for 4 hours tomorrow though. Or however long this has been going. Oh, it's only been 2 hours and 12 minutes. Feels longer. But maybe that's because it's been a lot of games. Guessing Ricecrew that you just sent me a game. I'll avoid clicking into it because chat goes away sometimes if you look at a message. So we've got Black Hole on Luke rather than Sanction. Hyper Julian. Ash Resist on Agnes rather than Pleiades. Interesting choice. We don't see the Firebrands on Kirika. I guess because you know that you've got the alpha to deal with anyways, but... So we do see Sanseas on the alpha. I think that's a weird troop choice. Because both the Zusa and Elaine very frequently run Lizard Riders. Neither did here, but that wouldn't have been my first choice for troops, I think. I guess he's just hoping to be neutral. Or he doesn't really care if she lives anything and he just wants some normal attack damage. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so she can reach the alpha. Not that it's that big a deal with the Kyra and Agnes, but... Do you think this is hard for Mikey? I think the Caillou is going to put some pressure on him. Like, it's hard to get your own Caillou in the action to kill one of these units. Unless Agnes goes, like, way out, but she doesn't. It makes no sense. Yeah, so you just be careful with your Agnes here, and you can position your own Caillou pretty aggressively to threaten Mikey's. So the guard disable is 2 turns, but it is dispellable, it looks like. So the Agnes could clean that up with 3C, or Kyra's 3C also dispels for allies. Ooh, freeze on Caillou. That's a lot of reach. And I guess she also reaches these squares, too. I mean, Azusa doesn't really care about the Kyra, but his own Kyra does need to be afraid. And it's not like you really want to just fling Azusa up there, because then you're just going to get Luke Black Hole. Because Luke can go 3-3 Black Hole. And, maybe you get a silence or something. If Azusa doesn't get silenced by AoE, then she can guard disable the alpha, but you have no real follow-up, you know, just Kirika's single target, which I think doesn't reach anything. So yeah, I don't know. I think you just play defensive, yeah. I wonder if he'll opt to just like kill this Freya with like Kyra plus Luke. I guess they don't get much out of it, but he's going for it. Or at least it puts damage on the field for Julian to work with. Not that he's going to go anywhere yet, but... Did he just dispel guard? He did not. Oh, he doesn't swap back. Okay. I don't know if Puppet Revive or Agnes Revive triggers first. It should be Puppet Revive, I think, but I'm not actually positive. And this does let Caillou hit the Luke to heal the Freya if he chooses. I don't know if it's worth it though, because then you're just putting her in the Caillou reach for no reason, because you can't jump back far enough. Okay, it is always last. I wasn't sure because like the Luke revive is tenuous and position based. I wasn't sure if that changed anything about it. The order there. Okay, so the one thing that might save Mikey here is this is going to be last rights. I'm almost, it is T-star, not Meta Ring, but I don't know, maybe like the sword getting broken by the Freya aura will make her fail. I doubt it, but yeah, no worries. I do like having co-commentators though. If you know, day comes and it's, you know, a little bit easier for you, then happily join in. I think oftentimes JV joins in and then points out my obvious mistakes. I assume we have 3C now with Kirika, or not 3C, 2C. Since the Agnes has taken her damage, at least it put some damage on the Kyra. I don't know if it'll stick or not, but I guess the problem is if you do so, the Kyra can punish your Kirika. Oh no, he can target the Luke, okay. So she doesn't get back 100%, and she'll lose even more of it if she goes into the Caillou, into the Freya, or to punish Caillou. So she might just kill Freya, because that does disable Mikey's Caillou.
Yeah, but just to use 3C there, to be honest. At least Mikey has it rough because he has no form of healing. Julian can enter, do Julian things, and at least he has 8 misses on the backup.
Yeah.
Banface was horrible in his case. I mean, what he can do is just go in with Azusa, never mind.
Yeah.
Kidding.
So Julian can AoE off of the Azusa now. And potentially do Julian things, yeah. How far does Alpha reach too? Okay, yeah, so I guess he's blocking the space for Alpha to follow up or something. do think Mikey might have some opportunity to kill the, like, double kill the alpha next turn. I just don't know if he really has the
He doesn't
single
have
target.
enough time.
Mm.
Right now, Julian can enter, kill a Susan. I think Julian can reach. I think Julian reaches.
Yeah, he does.
Kill a
Well,
Susan.
he doesn't reach it at single target. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it's 4 reach on the AoE, 3 reach on the single target.
No, no, he's going for AoE. Oh. Also, so he's heavily crippled.
Yeah. Do your talent things ignore immunity? Like, do they ignore? Yeah, they do ignore immunity. So they will go through the buff block if you can get her close enough, but can't really get her close enough in time. Julian does have to go a really long way around, but one. 2,
Why?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Julian reaches everything but Kiriko with single target right now. And I think the Luke Black Hole finishes off both of these two. And the Azusa, probably. I think Kyra and Frey are going to be the only units on the field after Luke Black Holes. Oh, the Azusa lived.
That's deep. Wow. I didn't expect the one hit to die.
Yeah.
Gotta build HP, man. Gotta build HP. You're gonna need that HP in the future.
Yeah, it's tough though. I mean, like if you're Mikey, right, he really wants to be playing like open games against no tanks, and Meow's first picking a tank. But Mikey's built like this really single target oriented box, and then with a single target oriented captain, and then Meow's picking a 2 life tank first every game, which is rough. And he's
I
playing
think
AoE Rush.
Ricecrew and Moon were going to have a match, but
Yeah, let's take a look. Maybe game's like slowing down all of a sudden. Or maybe my Wi-Fi? Question mark. I gotta log back in. Let me like see if I can figure out a way to hide stream for a second. I mean, actually, I guess I'll just scan with a QR code from my phone. Nobody log in or make me log into your account. Yeah, I'm still in my account. Oh, I spend a little bit of stamina real quick. Oh, my Twitch. What if my internet just like froze for a minute there because I had to reload my Twitch window too? Okay, let's take a look if Moon and Rice are playing. We are.
I thought it wasn't my internet the one that was dying.
Okay, they're already well underway here. So Ricecrew's got Tab Race here, interesting. And he had an alpha that is no longer in existence.
An alpha? I don't see any alpha there.
So Top Race can now single target punish whatever she wants, basically. I don't know that she kills Agnes. Or Elaine, sorry, just because of the 3C passive. But anything else should be pretty fair game, I would think.
He's biggest trouble right now. I think he has like only 2 troubles to worry about.
So he's gonna try the Elaine, but I don't think this kills. I guess she'll ignore troops, so maybe she gets it. Yeah, she does through all that damage reduction. She also had a damage increase buff, which I guess might have sealed it too. She does now.
And she's still hidden, so she can.
Yeah, and also he did actually keep. Did he? I guess he clocked.
Ah, yeah, he clocked. I saw the clock.
So it might actually be in his best interest to start running this Chloe back to the fog, so he's got less units than Moon on the field again, so that he can guard ignore again.
The other already used his 3C.
He has not actually, but you do have this candle, and he's not gonna be able to.
Yeah, but he can. But Joker prevents any moving unless towers can jump.
No, she didn't clock 3C, unfortunately.
I only faced her once, and it was during WaifuWarS.
So, I mean, she should be able to kill the Jugler, though, without much trouble after she jumps. She just won't be hidden afterward, and then I don't know how you clean up the TJS with what you have here.
That's the problem. If Towers dies, he loses.
Well, actually, she'll still be hidden. She'll still be hidden after she kills Juggler, because you don't lose cooldown. Like, your buffs don't tick down when you kill something. So she actually, if Jugler jumps and she just kills Jugler, she just stays hidden. And he doesn't have... So she's still in commandment mode, so what does 3C do if he heals with that? Like, what's the active version? Oh, it doesn't have an active version as like a heal, so he can't dispel those stacks on Jugler either. So yeah, I think you use Tavers to kill Jugler here, and then you just stay hidden, assuming she gets the kill. She'll break right.
And just call it a day. Tavers needs the kill in order to win. If it's the kill, then GG.
I mean, so like this hero wouldn't be that big a deal to in chat if she didn't clock. That clock was massive.
Yeah.
It's like another one like the Julian exclusive AA. Like if Tavres clocks this 2C, that's a huge deal. Because it means she gets to stay hidden an extra turn after she kills
should
again.
build my Tavres.
I skipped the banner because I'm really nervous about getting the Celica, so I skipped, but she's a great waifu. I love the design.
I was planning to skip. I was a 70 PD. Did 2 summons, and the 90 PD Tyrannel spooked me. Then I said, oh well, I may get another copy now. A Tavers appeared. At 70,000 crystals, plus a couple vouchers, so I think I can get both. But I think it will be very, very scarce for the Ovek.
Yeah,
I still have story checkers.
Yeah, story is not like great crystals, but it's not bad. Some of the hidden treasures and stuff are good, and if you have any Portal Leaf left, that's really good.
That's the problem. I think I already spent it on my Portal Leaf.
I think we're also getting a double Gate of Fate next month, so if you have any Gate of Fate left to farm, you could maybe do there.
Yeah. I should get my theories to 6 stars. Because, oh man, it's a problem now that for her to not work as a 5 stars.
Yeah, I saw that she failed to heal. One sec.
Smart. That was smart.
Okay, I'm back. I guess I didn't mute myself in Discord just on stream, but it is what it is.
I don't have the stream nor to avoid double sound.
Yeah, I get you. So this top base should kill it. Well, actually, I'm looking at that Jugler again.
No need.
I don't actually know that she would kill that Jugler with that defense versus no attack with top race, but doesn't have to because he got the sack with the Chloe, I guess, while I was away. Oh my god.
Look, what the?
Oh my god.
RNG is on his side.
It really, really is. I don't know why you'd even try to attack the Betty. If the Betty dies, it's good for Ricecrew because top race gets another turn of 2C.
Yeah, he killed his Chloe so he can get another turn.
Like at this point, you probably just go kill. I don't know if you kill Betty or if you kill Elma, but you try to do the same thing with one of them. Let's see, the heal block was, I guess, immune for these two.
He keeps clocking.
Everything. Is he getting ready to sack the Betty now? This is insane. I still think it's really hard for him to ever clean up the Jugler, but what star levels is top race? 5? Yeah, 5.
You just need to get rid of Marian. Mariel. Wait for, of course, for the Edgar to not to take a turn. So he can. Well, he doesn't have any type of cooldown.
I'm not sure if you kill the Mariel or if you kill the Nymph, because the Nymph does have that reactive heal, which is going to help the Jugler out a lot, and she can put him back in water, I think, with her... Does her Dreamclip put the target back in water, or just herself? Maybe just herself.
Honestly, I think Tyrus kills Mario, and Kum has no form of actually killing her.
I don't know, I think Jugler basic will hurt. It's like 2900 attack or something, right? I think that'll add up. Like, it'll be enough that she won't be able to hide again. And then then the Nymph can finish off with her single target. Although she's still going to be hidden for another turn, which is what's so filthy about all those clocks.
And even if he doesn't clock this turn, he gets his 3C back.
Yeah.
No, well, he gets
the hide back. He gets the hide back, so he can just put the hide back on, yeah.
Yeah, well, and they say she was weak.
You just have to clock 3 times, you know? Anything. Ooh, he tries the... Okay, so he does get the kill on the Nymph. I actually wasn't sure if she would. She's pretty tanky in water, but he didn't bring defensive troops on her, so...
Yeah. I used to have a very good build for me until I run out of SSMs.
Yeah, I'm actually really short on swordsmiths myself.
Yeah. I only have like 3.
Yeah, I think I have 3 as well, and they're all in use on healers. Maybe I got a 4th recently, actually. I think from Timeless Trial, luckily.
One of mine is in Lochner, another one is not in use, and the other is in Lightbringer.
Yeah, mine's on Lugner, Almeida, and Agnes, I think, are my 3 in use, and then I think I've just built the one from Timeless Trial to give to my Elma.
That's neat.
So the Jugler is currently heal blocked too. I mean, you can just rehide with top race right now if you're Ricecrew. I guess Jugler gets to regard this. It's not like you gain a lot. At least the reactive will go away though once the Jugler stands. I guess you lose your damage increase though.
To mention, Moon only has like 7 seconds of backup, so he doesn't have that much time to think.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the big flashing numbers across your screen, I think that's a huge distraction.
If it wasn't for those flashing numbers, I would lose my turn.
He doesn't actually cast hide, he just runs. Maybe, I don't know what the reasoning there is.
I don't think Mariel reaches, anyway.
No, she doesn't.
Don't sack the Elma, just move the Elma away. The candle can be sacked.
No, it has to be heroes.
Mm.
It has to be less heroes on the field for the guard ignore condition. Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, he didn't clock the skill again, so I guess it makes sense that he's buying time. But after she goes to hide next turn, still won't be targetable. Then she 3Cs. The 3C being an act again will give her enough time to get back the 2C.
It also allows him to ignore guard, and Joker remains without a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
She's so good. Why you guys permitted her?
If she's like too good, like if this happens too often, she will get banned for next season. I'm really surprised she actually managed to kill Elaine, honestly. There's a really big skill difference between the two of them. I thought it would be too much damage reduction, but...
Attack directly, and the troops also have their bonus activated. For as much as the damage reduction you have, you're gonna need to survive a lot.
I thought it was the... I thought the damage reduction for her was for her whole unit, though. I didn't think it was just for her troops.
No, it's for the whole unit.
Okay, then yeah, I mean, that's still 80% damage reduction on that Elaine, then. It's just that I think with the...
And also, Towers, I remember Towers had the bonus damage from MSTC.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, when they've got... where is it? One feather, they do take 20% increased damage, and then she did have Miracle. Or Elma 3C, rather, so that's 35% damage increase, so only like 55% on the Elaines, actually. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So it was not very one-sided as we think.
Mm-hmm.
In case something goes wrong, just recall with Elma.
I mean, so I think what you can... I guess that's why I was gonna say what you can do is you can just wait for the Jugler's water to run out, but I guess that's why he's sitting in the puddle.
Yeah. The damn dog is not moving from there.
I don't know if she can kill or not without attack buff. It's a lot of defense on the Jugler, but I mean, Tabriz does have like attack talent, so these troops are gonna do pretty good damage and stuff with a single target.
Oh, he's going for the Joker.
Well, you can't guard ignore right now. It's the same number of heroes. I don't know. I think I might have just sacked the Elma and killed the Mariel, and then you just eventually kill the Jugler with the top race over time.
Yeah, he screwed up there.
Because now she's stunned in fog. Oh no, she's not actually stunned. Maybe that's only if they guard.
I remember it was if they crash against something.
Yeah, I think.
But yeah, Marionette just kills. Marionette's gonna kill. They screwed up.
Almost.
Oh, come on, man. You only need the tank is the last thing you kill.
Yeah, I
you
think
should know this is a flank pusher.
I think you definitely just were supposed to sack the Elma there to kill the Mariel, and then you just...
but he miscounted the problem.
Yeah. That was a game of all time.
No, Ricecrew, you're supposed to carry me.
that was unreal. The clocks. So a couple seasons ago, I was on Team Maya together with Moon and Zuko, and there was one game where his Maya 3C clocked like 3 turns in a row, and it was so abusive because I mean her 3C does all that dispel, the damage and stuff. There was just no way the opponent could keep up with it. You just get crazy stuff like that sometimes in this tournament.
Yeah. I had an Apex ladder match where I was battling against a Christian. It was against a good player, I know, but the Christian broke Thorns 4 freaking times.
Oh my god.
In a row. He
Yeah.
killed my Hilda, he almost killed my Lamport. This is crazy.
Yeah, I RNG gaming. It's gonna be weird when Celica's out and that becomes the new normal. 100% Thorns rate. Oh man.
Oh, true, right? That she forces that.
Yeah. I can already sort of do that kind of stuff. Like Kaguya's one of her act again effects is if you do the
yeah, I remember that. That's how I got our double arcane blasted.
Yeah, plus 20% chance. So you can get like 50% Thorns rate or 50% Breeze rate and stuff, but 100% is crazy.
So the plan is to get her an Ymir so you can clock the 3C all the time.
Right? Over and over. Alright, I think that's enough stream for me. This has been a long stream. Thanks for joining in, Volke.
You're welcome. I gotta go too, anyway.
Yep. Alright, catch you later. Thanks for watching, chat. I'll catch more WaifuWarS streams probably tomorrow. Maybe. Not this much, but...
So, yeah.